possibilities of the solutions. Let's get started. The first problem is the low visitations. Some museums in Thailand offer you the free admissions, such as Banglampur Museum, Corrections Museum, and Coin Museum Thailand. But there is still a low number of the visitors. The research by the Fine Arts Department have found that some museums didn't even have a single visitor in 5 months. In some cases, the government are focusing more on the elderly people. The government providing the free admissions for museums for elderly people. But what about the teenagers and the young people? This can be the reason why the young age people are not interested in visiting the museum. The second problem is the low number of donors and low funding. For example, the Ottawa, a museum in Canada, where has been welcoming more than 1 million visitors a year, but has found just 530 such donors while the maintenance bill is rising. And the last possible problem is the bad marketing and public relations. Those who never been to the museum don't know what collections and events the museum featured. And the 90% of those who know of it mistakenly believe that the museum featured the history and art of low quality, which is just a part of the exhibition.
Solutions 1. Rebranding, marketing, and public relations. Make a purpose of information clearly and briefly in order that can be accessible to everybody. Event diverse culture and belief. Therefore, there are many ways that can be adapted to fascinate audience. Tagline creation. What is tagline? It is similar to slogan. In the same way, each health receiver can get message easily in few words. To illustrate, McDonald's latest tagline is "The simple, the better." Broadcast marketing, not targeting specific groups. Print campaign, for example, billboard, newspaper, magazines, or booklets, and so on. Online campaigns. Make web page to create online community, such as reviews from visitors before, and website to make online museum visitations information for those who cannot visit the museums, and online Facebook or social media, such as Facebook. You can make a web page to update an event, to spread your information, and TV traveling programs. Museums invite the program to record at the museums to research and cite in the museum. And iconography. Change the logos of the museum so as to convey modernity and interesting change. For example, the Sichuan band. They changed the brand and logos in the modernity for more marketing and for more seller.
Another solution is to promote permanent exhibitions, enhance understanding of what museum offers, and engage its audience to be more active involvement. It can be achieved by engaging specific audience to become more active through direct communication with specific groups such as families, youth, and elders, with targeted museum sponsoring and promotions such as mailing, emailing, messaging, application notification, and web page or website advertisement. Or to focus mainly into local engagements. For example, local population, communication, and activities. And they can apply membership to pull the local people into museum. Apart from that, going beyond the tagline to effectively promote the museum permanent exhibitions is another solution to involve the audience. There are few things we need to concern. It is funding and human resource. Definitely, all of the mentioned marketing strategies need promising financial support. It is bigger challenge for them to find sponsorship. It is impossible for museum to find a full amount of money they want to do the campaign from involved government sections. Therefore, they have to find another sources from non-government section, which is relatively demanding. Collections of membership fee give little amount, while finding interest donor is like looking for a needle in a haystack. It is difficult. Furthermore, creativity, efficiency, and productivity are not quality to be easily pulled off. To achieve all of this, it also needs qualified personnel to bring out the best during the process until the production come out. It includes whole team from president to the officer. Good team make good work.
Promote satellite strategy, including pop-up museums and museum tour. First, pop-up museums. In case of museum, executive team will consider specific target group and apply satellite strategy to present interesting exhibitions in order to increase visitor engagement, right? To illustrate, museums operations are divided into two parts: central museums and pop-up museums. All of presentations are inside central museums, as everyone knows generally, and some attractive are inside pop-up museums. Okay. Museums conduct pop-up museums as a for-profit and smaller temporary branches of the museums in available locations such as shopping mall and amusement park to be an agency of museum. For this reason, their objective are to display the collections and to communicate the public, to give the outsiders the information, understanding, and attention, right? And for example, Madame Tussauds Bangkok, one of the pop-up museum branches of head office in London that show notable models, was located at Siam Discovery. Its works are conveying museum's identity and show famous models from central museums such as Gandhi, Barack Obama, Albert Einstein, and Picasso, right? Furthermore, it provides some Thai famous models such as Pancake Khemmanit, Ann Thong Prasom, Tony Jha, and Professor Sin Priyasi. Okay, right. Okay, next. Museum tour. Museum tour is one of the best choice that can be synchronized with pop-up museums to improve museums' public relations policy more effective and interesting, right? To explain, museum tour mainly provides on variously practical activities via moving processions of vehicles that contain staff and equipment for schools, universities, and other educational institutions to hold impermanent performance, right? If pop-up museums are added, the museum tour will have both academic context and practical activities that compensate each author. As a result of that, teachers, students, and interested people can join those exhibitions concurrently, right? For example, when I was a high school student, the Science Caravan by National Science Museums came to my school. Their activities consist both of academic exhibitions and practical games such as famous scientists' biography, quiz, and astronomic knowledge and telescope usage.
Second solution is financial support. First, fundraising. Museums are creating strategy partnership to fund museum programming. Seek partnership with for-profit and non-profit to drive attendance. Some museums are creating multi-museum passes to drive attendance between museums. Look for other revenue streams, including retail, restaurant, and consulting for other organizations. Creating museum membership so the museum can earn some money to renovate the museum, and in return, the member can get a privilege. And for example, the member can get a notification about the activities of the museum every week. Museum donation and fundraising from government and non-government organizations can also help the financial problems. Second, budget reduction. Local volunteering at the museum to cut human resource budget and promote local engagement, which come after achieving strong local community.
In my point of view, museum is the legacy of nation that show how country comes or develop. Therefore, we need everyone involved to protect, to prevent, to develop and maintain it, because that I say it. So the solution to keep it forever for the inherent, so for our child to watch it is not only that I say that it have to be funding or promoting anything like that, but also it had to need everyone involved. Not only public sector, it need everyone, private, NGO, including everyone. Yeah, that I say that if we want it to keep it forever. Saint Edmundburg said that all is needed for evil to triumph is enough for both men and women to do nothing. So I told myself firmly, if not me, who? If not now, when? Take action and to do it and keep the museum forever for our child, for our future child. Okay. In conclusion, there are three causes of this problem. That is, first, low visitation or a very few visitors of the museum, of any museum, whether it's Thailand or not. Second is low number of donors and low funding. If you knew the museum budget is very low, so it's hard or difficult to maintain it or prevent or clean or to prevent it from own or something like that. The third is bad marketing and public relation.
because you know that this all teenager today has aren't interested in this kind of place because they go to department store, they go to amusement park, something like that, but isn't interested in this legacy of the nation, the greatest thing of the in all our world. Yeah. So how to tackle with it? There are three solutions. There are couple solutions that I suggest it to you. First is rebranding, marketing, and public relations. Is that you have to make a clear understanding of what the museum offers and conveying the value a diverse cultural institution provide to its varied audience. For example, tagline creation, broadcast marketing, print campaign, online campaign, something like that, or iconography. That my friends say that. The second is funding, of course. We need to keep the focus of government or NGO or every kind, both sector to focus on it to update this bad funding. So we need to put more effort to achieve this, like fundraising, partnering, or you. When my friends say that you have a membership, so you can take the money for them for visiting or something like that. You know that nowadays museum that has no money to the thing that I said again to maintain their own. Okay, thank you very much.